Yes.
Hello, Mr. Liu. Thank you for your taking the time to speak with us today. We are three students from Curtin University, Peng Zichu, Wang Xin, and Lu Jiaqi, working on a project about entrepreneurship and business development. We are urged to learn from your experience as a founder and CEO of Realme.
Okay, thank you. It's my pleasure to meet all of you. I'm so happy to share my journey and insights. So can we begin right now?
Okay, and the first question is, what was your primary motivation for starting a business, and what are the factors that lead you to start the venture?
Okay.
Yeah.
As a combination of professional ambition and personal curiosity, this motivated me. Having spent years in Oppo, mainly in its consumer electronic industry, I have had a rich background in the overseas market expansion. I also realized that there was a hole in the market for affordable, high-quality smartphone for the young people. So with this opportunity, along with the need to create something new, give me more and more reason to start Realme. The other driving factor was my belief that technology could empower the young people. I also wanted to brand they could resonate with and they can inspire to the young people. And I think that will be the second option to explore the uncharted field and take ownership of a vision I really loved. And for identifying a market was not only the reasons I start to launch a Realme. It was an opportunity to start a brand that meant something to its audience. Well, at Oppo, I saw how technology can bridge culture and the social separation. And that's when I began to thinking about what can a brand be as a complete for the connection. This was fueled by the factor that I was watching young consumer frustrated by the things that were unmet. For example, especially in the developing market, where the affordable price was seen that for the quality. When I saw the Realme, it was an opportunity to democratize the access to the cutting edge technology so that young people could have in their blog. So another they can expect too. And if they want to own the innovation product.
Okay, so next, what were your goals at the time you start the venture?
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, initially, my goal was clear and straightforward. This idea was to create a smartphone brand with the support to the powerful performance and the stylish the design, therefore the affordable pricing for the younger generation. However, we aim to differentiate ourselves in a competitive market by focusing on the three pillars: innovation, quality, and user-driven design. Realme do and represented something that didn't want to just sell product, but a movement, a community, and a lifestyle. During the early days of it, initial focus was on the strong foothold in the key market, and India turned out to be our biggest market from there. We also aim to become one of the top 5-star phone from in the world. And we are well on our way to achieve that. However, our goal was not only limited to the market. I also wanted to Realme to be a lifestyle. We created this brand because we wanted a community that was loyal to it, that was able to relate to it not only through the product, but also through the things non-commercial. They are common like the ambition, creative, and the inclusive. This means getting out early and very literally on the ground to make classroom marketing the event. That's exactly especially the engage over target audition. And secondly, we highly focus on the localized strategy, such as there was a truth to our brand and the messages that will resonate culturally in each market that we go into. The foundation for our repeat reach in the global smartphone industry was this foundation goals.
Okay, thank you. Next question, I think. What sort of belief did you have?
For me, I always thought that business is only as good or as bad as a personality. But from outside, I made sure to hire a team that could work alongside my mindset and passion. In order for employees to innovate and make decisions, they should feel empowered. For me, partnerships that respect, trust, and share goals are built on the respect. There's always align in vision. Whether it's with the manufacturing partner or a software developer, with the thinking, I see it as a tool that must be used right. At the beginning, I was guilty against our leveraging, but knew that colleague risk was required to the rapid scale the whole business. And this being how I will navigate my way through my journey and still how I think about decision making. By far the most important belief that I came to hold was a conviction of the inherent value in building a flat organizational structure where ideas can flow unpowered by the hierarchy. It's something that I learned that how we working employee and by for the movement innovation. And the original from the culture that believes in I voice. I always implemented a win-win philosophy with the partner. For instance, we go the relationship with our manufacturing partner based on the expansion, not the transactional deals. There's also the strongest belief that early investment should be the smart and based on the clear forecast of the return on the innovation.
Okay, my second question is, how have your goals and value changed since starting the venture?
For this question, in my opinion, my first goal was more in line with the product focus. Like creating the very best phones we could for or target the audience. That's one. And my point of view also grew over the time. A tech company had now become a platform for innovation, also a platform for culture exchange. And the Realme was more than that. My value also evolved. In the early days, the factor that speed and effectively were so important and valuable. But I would learn that appropriate sustainability and the social responsibility more with the time. For example, we are now looking at how to cut back on electronic waste and employ eco-friendly practice. There are changes that have gone as we go on, and so has as a leader. As a Realme evolved, what goals are changed from the market share to new individual leaders. Let's know about the smartphone, and we study moving out for smartphones. I also like go of my values to focus on the corporate. and the responsibility. In watching our own event empire, we will turn the effect to creating the sustainable packaging and extending the product life cycle through a better software support. As just a side note, these are not simply our business changer. They are changes of me and me co-workers. Is thinking about the bigger scope of what I will meet and how can make it.
Okay, thank you. So next, I want to ask, did you risk the orientation change as the venture grew?
In the beginning, I need to be honest, it was more cautious as we had limited resource and the feedback wasn't something available early on. Well, it was really a hard time. When the company began to grow, we had more financial stability. I become more willing to take colleague risks. Let's give you one example, my personal experience. We boldly expanded into the AIoT space. That's the artificial intelligence or things space. It's a big opinion. Then it was in keeping with our long-term vision. I know I have gone, and that goals has given me the confidence to take a bigger steps. And we have such a good foundation to learn. That gives us the opportunity to experiment more in terms of growth. Although our initial risk taking was calculated, we also allocated the specific budget to explore the high risk, high reward opportunity today are new product categories and untapped market. That shift in risk orientation has given us the license to innovate further, creating a culture in which failure is something to learn from. And not just the excuse. Actually, I would say, to be honestly, we also focus on the localized strategy. Sometimes there was a choose to our brand message. And we also present culturally in each market that we go into. The foundation for our rapid growth in the global semaphore industry. What this foundation goes? And any questions?
Yes, thank you. And I think the another questions. Did you need for the control some change as a venture grow?
For me, actually, I made some question and some problems. For example, at first, I want to deal with everything from the product and to the marketing strategy. I did not realize how important the dedication and trusting your team was until the company grew. It wasn't an easy transition, but it was need to be. In today's day, and I need to handle the strategic part of my business decision. I leave the running of day-to-day operation to my leadership team. This freed me up to focus on the long-term goals and the innovation that as well as the no one keep us going. I found out the hard way by encouraging others who doesn't want to giving up power, but rather leveraging in the partnership with other experience. It took me a while to free up my time to dedicate some of the responsibility and my thinking. But at the team scale, I learned to put our decision in the hand of the team. We set up and made things more efficient. Now, I think my role as a facilitator and make sure that everyone is aligned with the company vision, free to find a way to make it happen. The evolution in the leadership is one of the most transformative things I was seeing in my entrepreneurial experience. Yeah, it's true. And in the beginning, I had a trouble assigning tasks to people. I have been in the company from the early days and could not try and live with the being personally involved in every deal. But as a real me grew, I realized that this was not sustainable. I became a person who set vision, goals, and give team means to execute. For example, I set up the team of product design, marketing, and market expansion. Respectively get by the experts in the respective field. Trusting these teams allow me to focus on the strategic priority. I also implemented the regular check-in and the transparent communication. We have the channel to ensure the alignment. This should not only improve the operation efficiency, but also the foster a culture of ownership and accountability within the company. Well, has been pulled to our goals.
Okay, listen, Liu. And my third question is, did the typical work week change as the venture grew, and in terms of how much time the venture required and how you allocated your time?
For me, in the early days, was working long hours. Sometimes it's about 14 to 16 hours a day. This was so much to build from the scratch, and I really felt critical. As the company grew, my schedule also became more structured. I still working hard, and but my focus has shifted from the execution to the strategy and leadership. Now I spend more time in meeting with stakeholders, analyzing the market trend, and planning the next step for the business. This evolution allow me to maintain a healthier work-life balance while ensuring the business keeps sticks. I will still be working intensively, but now I'm focusing on how to do work in balance and with sustainability. In the early days, my work was reactive, cutting to the current concerns and opportunity. I spent a lot dedicated to the strategy planning and envisioning where the company should be in 5 to 10 years. Apart from making it a point to stay connected with our customer and employees, I also always try to communicate where we are doing through the tone and the feedback season. The aim is to keep the real me quality while the striving for a high ambition down the whole approach. Back then, the real me was in the early days, making every second spent was building from the ground and splicing the operation. Have a crazy long hour where I almost making decision or troubleshooting. Once the business material, I just found on how to structure my time better for work. A big part of my time now is spent in the planning on the implementation strategy or meeting with the key stakeholder, analyzing the market trend, and I maintain it for the personal development. Whenever its industry evolves, I try to stay update with it. I spend the weekend reflecting to think creatively. Additionally, it will have allowed me to advocate for the real me within the organization to ensure the real me is still a real, resilient, and forward thinking.
Okay, thank you, Liu. So next, I want to ask, did you make options when you first start out that subsequently proved to be wrong, and what sorts of insights were gained?
Absolutely, yeah. The one assumption I had made was the product quality by itself will lead to the success. Well, the grounded marketing and selling your house and the bug-free was so critical. I also underestimate that it's not the product or service that comes in a competitive market. It's about how you sell it. It was in an insight which compelled us to pour incense amount of the money in building a wholesome brand identity that also connects with our audience. Second assumption was that success in one market would lead to the success in the others. I discovered pretty quickly that no market is the same. Needs to be the approached differently. I also made a assumption that scaling the operation are not equally simple from one region to another. For instance, when our product strategy went down to a trade in India, they needed a lot of readjusting for the place like Europe, where consumer the expectation and the regulatory element differ. I learned that flexibility is important, and that we need to market the specific teams with a local understanding of the market and culture and nature. Since then, these insights have been integrated into how we come to approach internationally expansion. The biggest assumption I ever made was that if the product works well, it will scale productively in our market. For example, the Mini was decided to launch in a few European countries. I tried to implement the same strategy that had worked in India. This was competitive pricing and equal to the consumer sale model. They are really great. I did a lot of tests. However, what happened? Once I saw the European consumer take into account things such as the prestige or sustainability, I had to adjust our messaging and the products. Another assumption I have to mention is really impressive. What's the scaling quality? Wow, that was really scaling quality would be easy if we go the right team. We understand that when we underestimate the nature of the global supply chain during the crazy time of a pandemic like the COVID-19. That was an experience before. This experience just taught me that value of the adaptability and just how the important is two question and the question your assumption. Since this lesson have provided such insight into our market research, product development, and global strategy, we have applied them.
Okay, thank you, answer. I have another question about what would you do the differently if you had, it's all to do over again?
I would think that I would have focused somewhat more closely on building a business model that sustains itself from the get-go. We were in a rush to get market share, and some of that is speed or sustainability. Although this method allow us to grow rapidly, it also brought a few challenges that may have been mitigated by good planning. I would also have the invested earlier in the leadership development. Organizing a strong team from outside, if done right, can really help you scale quickly. Looking back, I may lean more towards starting with a great company culture from that get-go. However,
Yeah.
we were busy delivering the great product, creating a unifying culture took some of the time and effort laid down our goals. A strong culture sticks the organization together. One thing are tough. Additionally, I how to establish the sustainable practice earlier because what? Because the success over the long term is dictated by the business that impact the society as much as by the profitability of the enterprise.
Yeah, thank you. My final question is, what key personal characteristics do you see in yourself that were especially critical for achieving success with a particular ventures?
I think the resilience and the being adaptive was the most healthy. Building a business is full of uncertainty and challenging, and staying the focus when things are not going well is very important. Curiosity was on the list of characteristics too. I'm always eager to learn how the technology or learn about the market dynamics. Finally, I have been able to exceed my team and point them in the same direction. But real me success is a group if effort. That's what we're doing right now. Including culture of collaboration have been a part of that. One thing I definitely believe, any great CEO is to go a mindset. They need a really good growth mindset. All the changes are for me, as learning is always the biggest opportunity. It's also handle the resilience. Such as the navigation, having the setback and market fluctuation. Empathy not only for the customer, but for my team. It's another big trick. So I think I'll become more effective and actually leading by the understanding their perspective and motivations. With this trick, taught by almost all have the belief in our vision. Romi also has been a success.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Liu, for sharing your experience and insights with us. It's been valuable for our project and our understanding for entrepreneurship.
Thank you. And also, I'm really enjoying this conversation. I also you have a good time in your study and the future career.
Thank you.
Thank you.